welcome to another one of our knowledge transfer sessions. Today we're going to be talking Medicare. We're going to be talking about Medicare supplement plans, in fact. My name is John Erickson. I run a financial planning practice next to Overlake Hospital in Bellevue, Washington, and you are?
I'm Ty Rutherford with We Know Medicare.
All right, perfect. And you know, what I always like to do with these videos, especially when I have other experts here, is I always point out, you know, in the financial services industry, I kind of like to say I know about 90% of everything, but I don't have that last 10%. And that's what you're here for, to, you know, basically tell me where I'm wrong and kind of fix my knowledge and hopefully fix everyone else's, basically, right?
Perfect.
So Medicare supplement. So I'll kick it off with, here's how I understand it, here's how I explain it to my clients, and then you kind of go, you're right or wrong, John, and this is what you should really say, right? So Medicare supplement is a little different from a Medicare Advantage. A supplement plan, other than the initial open enrollment period, which is like 5 or 6 months is my understanding, you have to qualify for medically. And since we're talking about health care for retirees as they age, when you initially retire, I would say, if you're going to choose a supplement, you should do it right when you initially retire, because later on, there's a high likelihood you're going to get locked out because you can't qualify medically anymore. Okay. My understanding of Medicare supplements is they're typically more expensive out of pocket up front than Medicare Advantage plans. There's no, to my knowledge, zero cost plans for Medicare supplement. But in exchange for that, as long as a doctor takes Medicare, you can generally choose whatever doctor you want and go all around, basically. So you do get the choice option for your cost. And then on the back end, there's typically less cost share with Medicare supplement, so you're not going to always run into the $10,000 out-of-pocket bill or $6,000 out-of-pocket bill. It's going to be some lesser amount because you paid so much more up front, basically. Did I got it right, basically?
Yeah, pretty close on, I would say pretty close.
Okay, well, how do you describe Medicare supplement? Like, if you were a brand new person, you want to explain it to me, what would you say about Medicare supplement?
So it does just what it kind of says it does in the name of it. It supplements original Medicare. So you have to continue to carry Part A and Part B. Mm-hmm. Part A covers hospital benefits or inpatient facility benefits. Part B covers doctors, services, durable medical equipment, etc. So under Part B, for example, under original Medicare, it pays 80% and leaves you to pay 20% of any services covered under Part B. Mm-hmm. Once you pay your one-time per calendar year Part B deductible, which this year's $260, I believe.
Okay.
So that's kind of the start of it. So there's a variety of standardized plans.
What does that mean, via standardized plans?
A Plan G is a Plan G is a Plan G, whether it's United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, it doesn't matter on the company. A Plan G is a federal standardized plan. So they cover the same thing.
And the feds, do they have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P? Like, do they just have the entire alphabet of plans, or how does that work?
Not the entire alphabet. Probably the most popular plans are Plan G, Plan F, Plan N are what I see most. Plan F, a lot of folks have Plan F out there. Plan F, if you go into a hospital or have any services that are paid for by Medicare, mm-hmm.
Medicare
pays their portion, Plan F pays the rest.
Okay, so
if it's
basically nothing out of pocket.
Medicare covers it, Plan F's going to pay for it, and you pay nothing out of pocket.
So probably a good chunk of money up front, right, for a Plan F plan, because it's so good on the back end.
Plan F's in our area are probably $300 a month, roughly. Okay. Now, the premium can change from company to company.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
But maybe just a kind of rough average.
And so, so you have these different codified letters at the federal level, and this is what the plan has to do. And if I was to simplify, this is what the difference of each of these letters is. It's how it works on the back end, right? Well, you have your costs on the front end, but really this is how much co-payments you're going to have to make on the back end, or cost share you're going to have to make on the back end.
Yeah, which with Plan F is, if Medicare covers it, your cost share is zero.
That's pretty nice.
Plan G's exactly the same as Plan F, except for Plan G does not cover the one-time per calendar year Part B deductible, which is currently $260.
Oh, well, that's I shouldn't say that's nothing, but for most people, that's nothing.
Very little, yeah. And I would say the average premium for a Plan G in our area here in Puget Sound region's $250 a month, roughly.
Wow, so for $600 maybe off a year, you pay an extra $260 yourself one time.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
So if we compare this to because we hear about Medicare Advantage, the zero cost plans, right? So now you're describing somebody that pays, I'll use the Plan F option, might be $300 extra a month. So you're gonna pay out of pocket $3,600 a year versus zero on the other plan.
Right.
But when you get hit on the back end, you might pay nothing. If Medicare covers it, you're gonna basically pay nothing.
If Medicare covers it, you pay nothing.
And you have more flexible choice amongst all these doctors, basically.
Your network on a Medicare supplement plan is any doctor, any facility that accepts Medicare.
Nice. All right. Anything else when you kind of talk about Medicare supplement plans, you kind of think about like prescriptions, right? How do you do the prescription piece of it? Like it's not automatically included, right?
It's not covered by Medicare.
Okay.
Prescription drugs are not covered by Medicare. So Medicare supplements obviously can't supplement something that's not covered. So most folks opt in for a standalone prescription drug plan to cover their prescriptions.
All right. So, and do you have to, when you do the standalone prescription plan, do you have to qualify for that medically?
No.
Well, that's nice. Is it just a annual enrollment period you just sign up for it during, basically?
Most folks would sign up during an initial enrollment period.
Okay.
And then annually, during the annual enrollment period that runs from October 15th to December 7th, gives you the option to...
I'll learn it eventually those days.
To stop. You can opt out of
Okay.
it for a January 1st effective date, or you can change to a different prescription plan during that time as well.
So for the average person, would you say the challenge when you look at Medicare supplement plans is you don't just have these codes, F or G, but you also have all the different carriers who want to sell it to you? Right, and then you have to make sure your doctor accepts Medicare on the back end as well. So really, because I think of when someone turns 65, they get all those letters in the mail. It usually started years before, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about it's time to sign up for Medicare. But really, the challenge is, oh shoot, okay, I've decided I want a supplement, but now I got to figure out amongst all these different insurance companies and all these different letter codes what I want. If I was to give some tips and tricks around how to manage that outside of just talking to an expert, right? The way I would give tips and tricks as a non-expert of this is I would say, okay, so first decide the style plan, FG, whatever. I personally like G. I usually say you probably look at G, and I can now more precisely describe why. And then at that point, it's price over carrier, right? Does carrier really matter very much in the grand scheme of things at that point?
Theoretically, it shouldn't.
Okay.
Some organizations may run smoother than others, however.
Right. Yeah. Easier to call the call center, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, good. Well, I think this is a good overview of Medicare supplement. Any other tips and tricks you have on that one?
No, I think we covered it pretty well.
Right. Actually, I did want to mention one thing, and I'm not thinking about it. Because you have to qualify medically for a Medicare supplement plan, as opposed to like an Advantage plan where you have your open enrollment period, or not, your annual enrollment period, right? The supplement plan, you can jump in and out of technically whenever you can medically qualify. Is that fair to say?
Yes, that is fair to say.
But you have to be able to medically qualify. Right. Why would you, right? Jump for it. But, someone doesn't pay their bill, right? And they just forget, right?
Yeah.
And so, but because you can jump in and out, or you could go to Advantage, you got to always remember, once you leave a supplement, you may not be able to go back. That is the one thing I'd mention on this, right?
That is a possibility, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's another good video. My name's John Erickson. I run a financial planning practice next to Overlake Hospital here in Washington State, and you are?
Ty Rutherford with We Know Medicare.
All right. Well, we'll keep churning out these Medicare videos, and hopefully we'll spread some knowledge out there.
Perfect. Thanks, John.
Thank you.